Liam was a young explorer who loved to travel across the stars. He had visited dozens of planets and seen many strange creatures, but he had never been to Zarathea, a planet that shone bright like a blue jewel in the galaxy. The merchants in the space bazaar talked about Zarathea with excitement. They said it was home to an alien race unlike anything humans had ever met. Liam wanted to see it for himself. As his small spaceship landed on the smooth silver surface of the planet, Liam felt a mix of fear and excitement. The air smelled faintly sweet and metallic. Small creatures with glowing wings hovered around the landing area. Liam adjusted his backpack and stepped onto the alien soil. Everything felt alive and magical. In the center of the bazaar, he saw people speaking in strange languages. Some were humans like him, but most were aliens with bright skin, extra eyes, or wings. A merchant with blue feathers approached him and whispered. "You are looking for knowledge or adventure?" the merchant asked in perfect basic English, the language humans used across the galaxy. "I am looking for both," Liam replied. "I heard there is an alien named Vara who can offer experiences no human has ever seen." The merchant smiled. "Ah, Vara. She is not like others. She sees the mind and the heart. If you want to meet her, there is a price." Liam raised his eyebrows. "A price?" "Yes. Some humans pay gold coins, some pay services, some pay secrets. Only those brave enough can meet her. Are you ready?" Liam thought for a moment. He did not care about money, but he wanted knowledge. He nodded. "I am ready." The merchant handed him a small crystal that glowed softly. "This will guide you. Follow it, and it will lead you to Vara." Liam thanked the merchant and started walking. The crystal floated ahead, casting light on the twisting paths of the bazaar. He passed creatures of all shapes and sizes, some trading strange foods, others selling technology he had never seen. Finally, he reached a quiet area. The buildings here were tall and smooth, made of a glass-like material that shimmered in the sunlight. The crystal hovered at a large door. Liam took a deep breath and entered. Inside, the room was warm and full of light. A figure moved gracefully across the floor. Liam froze for a moment. The alien was taller than him, with long flowing hair that seemed to shine like silver. Her skin was pale blue, and her eyes were deep like pools of water. She looked at him calmly and smiled slightly. "You must be Liam," she said. Her voice was soft but confident. "I am Vara. You came because someone offered you 500 gold coins to spend a night with me." Liam felt a mix of embarrassment and curiosity. He had heard rumors about this offer, but he had never thought he would be part of it. "Yes," he said quietly. "But I am not sure what this night will involve. I just want to understand you and your world." Vara nodded. "That is wise. Many humans think only of money or pleasure. Few are curious about knowledge. Tonight is about understanding, not about what you may think." Liam relaxed slightly. He could feel the calm power of Vara around him. The room smelled faintly of flowers, and the walls reflected colors like the sky at sunset. He realized that even the air here felt alive, almost like it was teaching him to breathe differently. "First, you must leave your fears behind," Vara said. "This night will challenge your mind. It will show you things you have never imagined. If you are not ready, you may leave." Liam shook his head. "I am ready. I want to see everything, learn everything." Vara smiled. She extended her hand, and a small holographic map appeared above her palm. Cities of light floated in the air, and Liam could see strange towers, flying vehicles, and creatures moving gracefully across the landscape. "This is my home," Vara said. "But more than this, it is a place of learning. Many come here seeking wealth or power. Few leave with understanding. Tonight, you will see beyond what humans know." Liam stared at the map, amazed. His heart raced with excitement. He had seen alien cities before, but nothing like this. The streets glowed with light that seemed to move with the people. Vehicles did not touch the ground, yet they moved smoothly through the air. Liam wondered how such a civilization could exist so far from Earth. Vara guided him to a soft sitting area with cushions that seemed to float slightly above the floor. "Sit," she said. "We will begin soon. But first, you must tell me who you are and why you seek knowledge. Humans often hide their true intentions, but I can see your thoughts. Speak honestly." Liam took a deep breath. "I am Liam. I explore planets, meet new species, and try to learn. I want to know how the universe works, how life can be so different. I do not seek gold or power. I want to understand." Vara studied him. Her eyes seemed to look into his mind, but her expression remained calm. "Good. Honesty is the first key. Knowledge cannot be given to those who lie." The room changed slightly. Lights moved like waves across the walls. Liam felt as if he were floating in a river of colors. He realized that this night would not be ordinary. Vara's presence was powerful, but not in a threatening way. It was a presence that invited learning, curiosity, and courage. "You will see visions of my world and share yours," Vara explained. "We will learn from each other. This is the way of our kind. It is how we grow stronger and wiser. Are you ready for the first step?" Liam nodded eagerly. "Yes. I am ready." Vara extended her hand, and a soft blue light connected them. Liam felt warmth spreading through his body, and suddenly he could see the streets, the sky, and the people of Vara's world. Colors and shapes he had never imagined filled his mind. He could sense the emotions of the beings he saw. He felt joy, fear, love, and curiosity all at once. Liam realized that this was only the beginning. One night with Vara could change everything he thought he knew about the universe. His heart beat faster, not because of fear, but because of wonder. He smiled. Tonight, he would not just earn 500 gold coins. Tonight, he would step into a world of knowledge and possibility that humans had never dreamed of. Liam leaned back on the floating cushion, ready to begin his journey. Vara watched him with quiet patience. The night was young, and the universe awaited. The room glowed softly as Liam slowly opened his eyes. The colors from the vision still danced in his mind. He could still feel the warmth of Vara's hand and the strange connection that had allowed him to glimpse her world. Liam sat up, amazed at how much he had already seen and learned. He realized that one night could contain more lessons than years spent traveling between stars. Vara watched him with calm eyes. She did not speak for a moment, letting Liam absorb the feeling of her presence. Her pale blue skin reflected the soft lights around the room. Her long silver hair fell gracefully over her shoulders, and her eyes, deep and quiet, seemed to hold the knowledge of centuries. "You are different from most humans I meet," Vara said finally. Her voice was gentle but carried authority. "Most come to me for wealth or adventure. You come seeking understanding. That makes you special." Liam felt a sense of pride, but also humility. "I do not know much about your world," he admitted. "I only want to learn and see it for myself." Vara nodded. "Good. Curiosity and honesty are the keys to knowledge. Many beings hide their thoughts or try to trick me. You have shown neither. That is why you may stay and continue this night. But you must be willing to face challenges. My world is not like yours. What seems simple to humans may be complex here." Liam leaned forward, eager. "I am ready. I want to understand your culture, your people, everything you can show me." Vara smiled faintly. She moved toward a wide window that overlooked a courtyard filled with glowing plants and creatures that Liam had never seen before. The courtyard seemed alive. The plants moved gently, almost like they were breathing. Small creatures with translucent wings flew from branch to branch, creating soft lights in the air. Liam felt as if he had stepped into a dream. "This is my home," Vara said. "But more importantly, it is a reflection of how we live. We respect life, knowledge, and the balance of our world. Every being here has a role. Every action has meaning." Liam walked closer to the window, trying to take in all the details. He noticed creatures working together to move objects that were much larger than themselves. The plants seemed to respond to their presence, glowing brighter when beings passed nearby. Liam realized that the world of Vara was not just advanced, it was alive in ways humans could barely imagine. "Everything here is connected," Vara explained. "Our technology, our cities, even our thoughts are linked to the energy of life around us. That is why we learn from each other constantly. Knowledge is not owned. It is shared." Liam felt a deep respect for the alien before him. Her world was not just beautiful, it was wise. He wanted to understand how humans could learn from such harmony. "It is incredible," he said. "I have never seen anything like it. On Earth, humans often fight over knowledge or keep it for themselves. Here, you share everything." Vara turned to him, her eyes shining with calm intensity. "Sharing knowledge is what makes a species strong. Greed and secrecy weaken it. Humans have great potential, but you must choose to grow together rather than apart." Liam nodded, absorbing her words. He realized that this night was about more than seeing alien cities or learning about strange creatures. It was about understanding the choices a species makes and the strength that comes from wisdom and cooperation. Vara gestured toward a glowing console in the center of the room. Symbols floated in the air above it, shifting and changing like living thoughts. "The first lesson is to observe. You will see visions of our cities, our people, and our history. You must watch carefully. You will not just see, you will feel. Every action has a reaction, every thought creates change. Humans are not used to this kind of learning, but it is necessary." Liam approached the console. As he placed his hand above the symbols, they responded to his touch. Colors and shapes surrounded him, forming scenes of alien life. He saw families living in harmony, scientists working together, and children learning from elders. He felt their emotions, their excitement, their challenges. "This is just a small part of my world," Vara said. "You must learn to observe and understand. Your human eyes and mind will see, but your heart must feel. Only then will you truly know." Liam closed his eyes and let the visions wash over him. He felt the joy of discovery, the sorrow of mistakes, and the hope of progress. He realized that every choice, even small ones, could shape the future. The humans on Earth had much to learn from this. After a long moment, Liam opened his eyes and looked at Vara. "It is amazing," he said softly. "I can feel everything. It is like living the lives of many beings at once." Vara nodded. "That is the power of understanding. To see beyond oneself is to grow beyond limits. Humans often fear what they do not know. That fear stops progress. You have no fear, Liam. That is why you will learn." Liam smiled. He felt a sense of pride but also responsibility. He was not just a visitor anymore. He was a student of a world much greater than his own. "I want to learn more," he said. "Please, show me everything you can." Vara's expression softened. "You are eager, and that is good. But knowledge is not given all at once. It is earned through observation, patience, and understanding. Tonight, we begin slowly. Tomorrow, your mind will be ready for deeper lessons." She guided him to a sitting area with cushions that seemed to float slightly above the floor. "Sit," she said. "You will rest now. Even explorers need time to absorb what they see. Dreams will teach you more than words sometimes. Your mind is already opening, Liam. Let it continue." Liam sat down and felt the cushions rise gently beneath him. He looked around at the soft glowing walls and the floating lights. Everything in this room was alive, not in the way humans were alive, but in a deeper, more connected way. He realized that he had entered a world where learning was natural, where knowledge was a living force. Varus stood nearby, watching him with calm patience. Liam felt no fear, only wonder. He realized that the night had just begun, and already it had changed him. He could see a new path ahead, one where humans might learn from other species and grow beyond their own limits. As he leaned back on the floating cushion, Liam whispered to himself, "This is only the beginning. There is so much to see, so much to learn." Vara smiled. She knew that the first step was always the hardest, but Liam had taken it willingly. The night was full of promise, and the journey into the heart of her world was only starting. Liam closed his eyes, ready to dream, ready to explore, and ready to change forever. Liam woke as soft light filled Vara's room. The visions of her world from the night before lingered in his mind. He could still feel the colors, the energy, and the emotions of beings he had never met. Liam stretched and looked at Vara. She was standing calmly near the window, watching him. "Good morning, Liam," she said. "You rested well." Sleep allows the mind to process experiences. Last night was only the beginning. Today, you will begin to understand the rules of my world. Liam nodded eagerly. "I am ready. I want to learn everything you can teach me." Vara smiled faintly. "Very well. First, you must understand that here, life is connected. Every thought, every action, affects everything else. Humans are used to making decisions for themselves alone, but here, we must think about the consequences for all beings." She gestured toward a large table that glowed softly. On it, objects of strange shapes and colors floated above the surface. Liam leaned closer, curious. The objects shifted as he moved, as if they were alive. "These are called mind orbs," Vara explained. "Each contains a situation or problem. Your task is to observe, think carefully, and act. You will learn the rules of our world by interacting with them." Liam reached out and touched one of the orbs. Immediately, a vision filled his mind. He saw a city where energy fields controlled the movement of vehicles. A small error in timing caused chaos. People were frustrated, and the city began to lose balance. Liam realized he had to fix the problem, but he could not act like a human would. Vara's voice guided him. "Do not force change. Observe the patterns, understand the connections, and then find a solution. Haste creates mistakes." Liam took a deep breath. He studied the energy flows, the paths of the vehicles, and the emotions of the people. Slowly, he adjusted the timing of the fields in his mind. The chaos subsided, and the city returned to balance. Liam felt a rush of satisfaction. "Very good," Vara said. "You see now. Knowledge is not just about seeing or knowing. It is about understanding and applying. Every action matters. Humans often forget this. They act too quickly or think only of themselves." Liam nodded. He realized that learning here was very different from anything he had experienced on Earth. It was not just reading or observing. It was feeling, thinking, and connecting with everything around him. Vara guided him to another set of mind orbs. This time, the orbs showed creatures working together to solve a problem. A river had flooded part of their city, and they needed to find a way to move the water safely. Liam watched carefully. The creatures communicated with gestures, sounds, and energy. He realized that each being had a role and that cooperation was essential. "Humans often try to solve problems alone," Vara said. "They forget that others can help, and that working together can create better solutions. Observe, then act with cooperation in mind." Liam nodded again. He directed the creatures, helping them use their abilities in harmony. Slowly, the water flowed safely, and the city survived. Liam felt a sense of pride and excitement. Each vision taught him a new lesson about intelligence, empathy, and the connection between life and action. After hours of learning, Varro led him to a quiet garden. The garden was filled with glowing plants, soft winds, and creatures moving peacefully among the flowers. Liam could feel the energy of the place. It was calm, yet alive with thought and purpose. "Now, you must learn to share," Varro said. "Knowledge is not valuable if it is kept to oneself. Humans often hide what they know, but here, sharing strengthens everyone. You will share a memory with me, and I will share one with you." Liam hesitated for a moment. He had never shared memories in this way before. It felt strange, but he trusted Varro. He focused on a memory from his childhood, the first time he had seen the stars through a telescope. The feeling of wonder, curiosity, and joy flowed from him into Varro's mind. Varro's eyes softened. "I see your human wonder. It is pure and honest. Now, I will share a memory with you." She projected a vision of her own past. Liam saw her learning with elders, discovering the secrets of energy, and exploring her world for the first time. He felt her curiosity, her excitement, and the lessons she had learned. Liam understood that knowledge was not just facts or skills. It was feelings, experiences, and understanding. He felt closer to Varro, and he realized that humans could grow by learning from others, not just from books or machines. Varro guided him back to the table of mind orbs. "The final lesson for today is courage. Knowledge alone is not enough. You must act with courage, face challenges, and accept responsibility for your choices. A species grows strong when its members act with wisdom and bravery." Liam touched an orb, and a new vision appeared. He saw a city threatened by a natural disaster. The inhabitants were afraid and unsure how to survive. Liam could feel their fear. He realized that courage meant helping even when the outcome was uncertain. He guided the creatures, using knowledge and empathy to save as many as possible. Slowly, the city stabilized. Liam felt a deep satisfaction and a sense of responsibility. Varro observed him closely. "You have done well, Liam. You are beginning to understand our ways. Humans often fear the unknown, but you embrace it. That is why you are ready for deeper lessons tomorrow. Tonight, rest and reflect. Your mind has expanded greatly, but it must absorb what it has learned. Reflection is as important as action." Liam sat quietly in the garden, thinking about the day. He had learned to observe, understand, cooperate, share, and act with courage. Every vision had taught him something new, and he could feel himself growing wiser. He realized that this night with Varro was changing him in ways he had never imagined. As the soft lights of Varro's home shifted to evening hues, Liam felt a sense of peace. He had entered a world unlike any he had known, and he had begun to understand it. The lessons were challenging, but they were opening his mind. Varro approached him and placed a hand gently on his shoulder. "You are ready to dream, Liam. Dreams will continue the lessons when the mind rests. You have taken the first steps toward understanding a world far greater than your own. Sleep now, and tomorrow, we will go further. There are secrets and wonders still waiting for you." Liam nodded. He lay down on the soft floating cushions, feeling the energy of the garden around him. He closed his eyes and let the visions and lessons of the day flow through his mind. He could feel his understanding growing. He was ready for whatever came next. The night was calm, and the stars outside shone brightly. Liam felt a connection to Varro, to her world, and to the universe itself. He realized that the night was not just a challenge, but a gift. One night could change everything if a person was willing to learn. As Liam drifted into sleep, he whispered quietly to himself. "I want to see it all. I want to learn it all. I want to grow." Varro watched him with quiet satisfaction. She knew that Liam's journey had only begun, but he was ready to continue. The lessons of her world were not easy, but they were worth every moment. Liam had courage, curiosity, and honesty. That was enough to start. The morning light filtered softly through the crystal walls of Vara's home. Liam woke feeling refreshed, though he knew today would challenge him more than the last. He rose from the floating cushions and looked at Vara. She stood calmly, her eyes calm yet intense. "Today, Liam," Vara said, "you will face a test. It is not a simple challenge. It will require your mind, your heart, and your courage. Are you prepared?" Liam nodded. "I am ready. I want to face it and learn." Vara led him to a wide platform that hovered over a peaceful valley. Below, Liam could see glowing rivers, tall crystal towers, and creatures moving gracefully across the landscape. The air was filled with a soft hum, almost as if the valley itself was alive. "This is the Valley of Trials," Vara explained. "Here, you will encounter situations that test your understanding, empathy, and courage. You must solve each challenge not with force, but with insight. Remember what you have learned. Observe, understand, cooperate, share, and act with bravery." Liam stepped onto the platform, feeling a mixture of excitement and nervousness. The first challenge appeared before him. A bridge of light stretched across a deep chasm, but pieces of it were missing. On the other side, a small creature was trapped, calling for help. Liam felt fear rising inside him, but he remembered Vara's words. He observed the bridge carefully. Each missing piece had a pattern that could be completed by understanding the energy of the light. Liam focused, imagining the bridge as part of a living whole. Slowly, the pieces moved into place. He guided the creature across safely. Vara watched silently. "Good," she said. "You acted with understanding and courage. Many would have rushed or ignored the creature. You learned to see beyond yourself." Liam felt a sense of pride but also humility. He realized that courage was not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. The second challenge appeared as a forest of towering crystal trees. Sounds of distress echoed among the branches. Liam saw smaller creatures trapped between the sharp crystal spikes. He could not reach them by normal means. Panic rose in him for a moment, but he remembered Vara's lessons. Observation, understanding, cooperation, and courage. He studied the environment. The crystals emitted energy that could be redirected. Liam focused his mind and directed the energy gently, creating safe paths for the creatures to escape. One by one, they moved to safety. Liam felt relief and satisfaction. "Very good, Liam," Vara said. "You see now that courage is guided by knowledge and care. Force alone would harm others. Wisdom must lead every action." The third challenge appeared as a massive crystal dome. Inside, creatures argued, unable to agree on how to share resources. The situation was tense. Liam felt their frustration and fear. Humans often try to solve problems quickly, but here, he needed patience and empathy. Liam approached the creatures calmly. He listened to each one, observing their needs and fears. He suggested solutions that allowed everyone to benefit without harming the others. Slowly, cooperation replaced anger. The creatures began working together to rebuild their dome and share resources fairly. Vara's eyes shone with approval. "You are learning to combine understanding and courage with empathy. This is essential for any species to thrive. Humans often ignore the needs of others. You have not." Liam felt a deep sense of responsibility. He realized that courage alone was not enough. Wisdom, empathy, and action must work together. He had begun to understand the lessons of Vara's world more deeply than ever before. The fourth challenge appeared as a glowing chasm with a swirling mist. Sounds of distress echoed faintly. Liam saw a group of small creatures struggling to cross the mist. The path was unclear, and the mist confused the mind. Many humans would panic, but Liam remembered Vara's teaching. He took a deep breath, focused, and trusted his understanding. He guided the creatures step by step, using observation and intuition. The mist swirled and shifted, but Liam remained calm. Slowly, they reached the other side safely. Liam felt his heart beat fast, not with fear, but with the thrill of overcoming the unknown. Vara nodded. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action despite fear, guided by knowledge and care. Humans often flee from challenges they do not understand. You face them. Liam realized that each challenge was not just a test of skill. It was a lesson about the values that allowed a species to survive and grow. Observation, understanding, cooperation, sharing, and courage were not separate lessons. They were connected, forming the foundation of intelligence and wisdom. The fifth challenge appeared as a large, glowing crystal sphere. Inside, Liam could see reflections of himself, multiplied many times. Each reflection acted differently, some brave, some hesitant, some afraid. He realized that this challenge was about understanding himself. Vara's voice guided him. To act wisely and courageously, you must understand yourself. Your mind and heart shape your actions. Observe your thoughts and choose the path that serves others, not just yourself. Liam studied the reflections. He could see his fears and doubts, but also his strengths and courage. Slowly, he made choices that reflected wisdom and empathy. Each choice caused the reflections to align, forming a single clear image of himself. Liam felt a sense of clarity he had never known before. You are learning to face not only the world but yourself, Vara said. This is the greatest test of all. A species grows strong when its members understand themselves and act with courage and care. You have done well, Liam. By the time the sun began to set over the Valley of Trials, Liam had faced all the challenges. He felt exhausted but exhilarated. He had seen the importance of understanding, cooperation, empathy, and courage in ways humans rarely experienced. He knew that these lessons would stay with him forever. Vara guided him back to her home. Tonight, you will rest and reflect. Tomorrow, you will learn to share knowledge and continue growing. Each step brings you closer to understanding my world and the ways humans can learn from it. Liam lay down on the floating cushions, feeling the energy of the Valley of Trials still flowing through him. He thought about every challenge, every creature, and every choice he had made. He realized that courage was not just for one night. It was a way of living, a choice to act wisely and bravely in all situations. As he closed his eyes, Liam whispered quietly to himself. I am learning. I am growing. I will not forget these lessons. Vara watched him with calm satisfaction. She knew that Liam's journey had only begun, but he was ready for the deeper lessons to come. The night was full of promise, and the path ahead was bright. Liam had courage, honesty, and curiosity. That was enough to continue his journey into the heart of Vara's world. Liam woke to the soft glow of Vara's home. The lessons from the Valley of Trials still ran through his mind. He felt a new strength and understanding. Today, Vara had promised to teach him about sharing knowledge and secrets. Liam did not know what to expect, but he was ready. Vara greeted him calmly. Today, Liam, you will learn that knowledge grows when shared. Humans often fear giving what they know, but it is in sharing that wisdom multiplies. You will see how this works in my world. She guided him to a room filled with soft light. The walls shimmered like liquid crystal. In the center, a large, glowing sphere hovered above a pedestal. Inside, Liam could see faint images of planets, stars, and cities. He realized that the sphere contained the memories and knowledge of Vara's people. This is called the memory sphere, Vara explained. It allows beings to share their experiences safely. You will share a memory with me, and I will share one with you. Only through this exchange can understanding truly grow. Liam felt nervous. He had never shared a memory in such a direct way. He took a deep breath and focused on a memory from his childhood. He saw himself watching the stars through a telescope for the first time. He remembered the excitement, the curiosity, and the joy of seeing something beyond his world. As he focused, he felt his memory flow gently into the sphere. Vara's eyes glowed softly. She reached out with her mind, receiving the memory. Liam could feel her curiosity and understanding. She was not judging him. She was learning from him, and he felt proud that his experiences mattered. Vara smiled. You have shared honestly and openly. That is the first step. Now I will share a memory with you. Liam felt warmth as her memory flowed into him. He saw her as a young alien, learning from her elders about energy, life, and the ways of her people. He saw her first attempts at understanding the balance of her world, her mistakes, and her successes. Liam felt her excitement and her dedication. It is amazing, Liam said softly. I can feel what you felt. I understand more than I could have imagined. Vara nodded. This is the power of sharing. Knowledge is not just facts or information. It is experiences, emotions, and understanding. When shared, it grows in value. Humans often hide what they know out of fear, but it is only in giving that wisdom multiplies. Liam reflected on this. On Earth, people often kept secrets to gain advantage or protect themselves. But here, sharing created strength, connection, and growth. He realized that humans had much to learn from this. Vara guided him to another area of her home. Here, holographic images floated in the air, showing events from her world. Liam saw scientists working together to solve complex problems, communities helping each other, and leaders guiding their people with care and wisdom. Observe, Vara said. See how every action, every choice, affects others. Sharing knowledge is not simple. It requires trust, courage, and understanding. You will practice this now. She presented Liam with a small glowing orb. Inside, he could see a problem from her world. The creatures there were struggling to communicate, and misunderstandings had caused tension. Liam realized he needed to share knowledge to help them. He focused on the orb and projected his understanding of communication and cooperation. Slowly, the creatures began to see solutions. They listened to each other, shared ideas, and worked together to resolve the tension. Liam felt a sense of satisfaction and wonder. He had helped without forcing, simply by sharing knowledge and understanding. Vara observed him closely. You are learning quickly, Liam. You are beginning to understand that sharing is not weakness. It is strength. A species grows strong when its members trust each other and give freely what they know. Liam nodded. He thought about his own people. Humans often fought over resources, knowledge, and ideas. If they could learn to share like this, perhaps they could grow stronger and wiser. Now, Vara said, you will see the true power of shared experience. She touched the glowing sphere. Images of multiple beings appeared, all exchanging memories, ideas, and knowledge. Liam felt their combined understanding. It was immense, like a river flowing endlessly. He realized that the power of connection and sharing was far greater than any weapon or treasure. Liam felt inspired. He understood that his journey was not just about seeing strange worlds, but about learning lessons that could help all of humanity. Sharing knowledge, understanding others, and acting with courage could change the course of his people. Vara placed a hand gently on his shoulder. Humans have great potential, Liam. You have begun to see what is possible when knowledge is shared. You can carry this understanding back to your world. But first, you must learn one more thing tonight. The act of sharing also requires humility and respect. One cannot force others to accept knowledge. It must be given with care. Liam nodded. He understood. Sharing was not just giving. It was listening, respecting, and connecting. He felt grateful for Vara's guidance and for the lessons she had shared. The rest of the day passed with Liam practicing these skills. He observed creatures communicating, worked to help them resolve conflicts, and shared memories in ways that encouraged understanding. Each experience strengthened his mind and heart. He realized that learning was not only about seeing new things but also about feeling and connecting. As evening approached, Vara guided Liam to a quiet garden. The glowing plants swayed gently in the soft wind. Liam sat on a floating cushion and reflected on the day. He could feel his mind expanding. He had shared memories, helped others, and learned the importance of giving and receiving knowledge. "You have done well today," Vara said. "You are learning the most important lesson of all. Knowledge is not for possession. It is for connection. The more you share, the more you grow, and the stronger your species becomes." Liam smiled. He felt a deep sense of purpose. This night with Vara was teaching him lessons that humans had never learned. He wanted to take these lessons back to his people and help them grow. As the soft light of the evening settled over Vara's home, Liam whispered quietly to himself. "I will share what I have learned. I will help others understand. This knowledge is more valuable than gold or treasure." Vara watched him with calm satisfaction. She knew that Liam was beginning to understand the deeper meaning of his journey. The night had changed him, and he was ready to continue learning. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, but Liam had grown stronger and wiser. He was ready for them. The stars outside shone brightly. Liam felt a connection not only to Vara but to her world and the universe itself. He realized that one night could change everything when a person was willing to learn, share, and grow. The morning light entered Vara's home like soft waves of color. Liam woke slowly, feeling the lessons of the past night still in his mind. Each vision, each trial, and each shared memory had changed him. He felt stronger, wiser, and more connected to Vara's world than ever. Today, Vara promised that he would experience something different. "You have learned much, Liam," Vara said as he rose. "Now it is time to form a bond. Knowledge alone is not enough. Connection and trust are also necessary. Tonight, you will understand the strength that comes from friendship and mutual respect." Liam felt anticipation and curiosity. He had never thought that one night with an alien could teach so much. He had learned about courage, empathy, observation, and sharing. Now, he was ready for something deeper. Vara guided him to a serene courtyard. The air was soft and warm. Glowing plants surrounded a small pool of water. Light danced across the surface, creating patterns that shifted and moved. The place felt peaceful, almost sacred. Liam realized that Vara had brought him here to connect on a personal level. "Sit by the pool," Vara said. "Look into the water and reflect on what you have learned. Then, you will share not just knowledge, but understanding. You will feel the connection between your mind and mine." Liam sat on the smooth edge of the pool, his reflection merging with the dancing lights. He remembered the trials, the visions, and the memories he had shared. Each lesson had built upon the last. He realized that courage, empathy, and sharing were all connected. They were part of the foundation of understanding and connection. Vara sat across from him. She extended her hand, and a soft light connected them. Liam felt warmth and calm energy flow through him. It was different from before. This was not about lessons or trials. This was about forming trust and connection, the bond that allowed two beings to understand each other deeply. "You have shown honesty and courage," Vara said. "You have shared knowledge and learned from me. Now, you must open your heart and mind fully. Trust is the next step. Only with trust can understanding grow beyond the individual and into true connection." Liam focused on his feelings. He let go of any fear, hesitation, or doubt. He trusted Vara completely. Slowly, he felt a deep connection forming. He could sense her thoughts, not in words, but in emotions and images. He felt her curiosity, her wisdom, and her calm strength. Vara smiled softly. "This bond is not simple. It is built on respect, honesty, and the willingness to understand. Many humans would struggle with this. You have shown that you are capable of forming true connections. This is why you will leave my home with more than knowledge. You will leave with understanding. Liam felt a wave of gratitude. He realized that the bond was not just for him to learn. It was mutual. Vara was also sharing herself, allowing him to see her world and her thoughts. It was an exchange that required care, patience, and attention. The light around them shifted, creating visions in the pool. Liam saw scenes from Vara's world, not just cities or technology, but ordinary life. He saw families learning together, children playing and exploring, and creatures helping each other. He felt the joy, the care, and the strength of a society built on trust and connection. This is the power of bonds, Vara said. A species grows not just by knowledge, but by connection. When beings trust and understand each other, they can face any challenge. Cooperation and friendship create strength beyond what any individual could achieve alone. Liam reflected on this. On Earth, humans often fought over resources or knowledge. Misunderstanding and distrust caused conflict. He realized that forming bonds, sharing understanding, and building trust could change the path of a civilization. Vara guided him to a small floating platform above the pool. The platform shimmered and moved gently, lifting them above the courtyard. Liam looked around. The beauty of Vara's home, the glowing plants, and the serene energy made him feel calm and alive. He realized that the world she had built was not only advanced but deeply harmonious. You see, Liam, Vara said, true connection requires openness and humility. You cannot force it, you cannot demand it. You must allow it to grow naturally, like the plants in this courtyard. Care, attention, and respect allow the bond to flourish. Liam nodded. He felt a strong sense of understanding. He had learned to observe, act with courage, share knowledge, and now, form a bond. Each step built on the last. He could see that these lessons were preparing him for something much larger than himself. Vara's eyes softened as she looked at him. You have done well. You have grown beyond what most humans could achieve in many lifetimes. The bond we formed tonight is a symbol. It is proof that understanding and connection are more valuable than gold or power. Remember this, Liam. It will guide you in all that you do. Liam smiled. He felt a calm strength within him. He understood that the bond was not just with Vara, but with the lessons she had taught him. Courage, empathy, observation, sharing, and trust were all parts of a single path. By following it, he could face challenges and help others. As the sun began to set, Liam and Vara remained on the floating platform. The light of the setting sun reflected off the pool and the walls, creating a soft glow. Liam felt a deep peace. He realized that this night, like the ones before, was not just about learning. It was about growing, forming connections, and understanding a world far greater than his own. Vara placed a hand on his shoulder. Tonight, you will rest, but remember this bond. It is not fragile, but it requires care. Continue to grow, learn, and connect. One night has brought you far, but the journey is just beginning. Liam nodded. He felt a sense of purpose stronger than ever. He knew that the bond with Vara and the lessons of her world would guide him for the rest of his life. He was no longer just an explorer. He was a student, a learner, and a being ready to grow beyond his limits. As Liam lay on the floating cushions to rest, he whispered to himself. I understand. I will carry this with me. I will grow, I will learn, and I will share what I have learned. Vara watched him quietly. She knew that Liam had changed. One night had taught him courage, empathy, sharing, and now connection. The lessons were deep, and the bond they had formed would guide him in ways even he could not yet see. The stars above shone brightly, and Liam felt their light through the walls of Vara's home. He realized that the universe was full of wonders, and that the connections he formed could bring hope, understanding, and wisdom to his own people. The night was full of promise, and Liam was ready to continue his journey. Liam woke to the soft glow of dawn in Vara's home. The past nights had changed him in ways he could hardly describe. He had faced trials, shared knowledge, formed bonds, and learned lessons that went beyond anything humans on Earth had ever known. Today would be the final day of his visit, and he felt both excitement and a quiet sadness. Vara stood nearby, calm and composed. Liam, your journey here has been remarkable. You have learned courage, empathy, observation, sharing, and connection. Today, you will see the full meaning of these lessons. You will understand how to take what you have learned back to your own world. Liam nodded. He felt a sense of readiness. He had grown stronger and wiser, but he also understood that knowledge alone was not enough. He needed to act with care, share what he had learned, and inspire others. Vara led him to a high terrace overlooking the glowing cities of her world. Liam gasped as he looked at the beauty below. Towers shimmered with colors that shifted like living light. Creatures moved in harmony through streets, fields, and gardens. The air seemed alive with energy, and every movement was connected to the next. This is the heart of my world, Vara said. Look carefully, Liam. See how knowledge, cooperation, and courage shape everything here. Every being has a role, and every action matters. Humans have the potential to create this kind of harmony, but only if they understand the lessons you have learned. Liam studied the city below. He saw scientists teaching others, leaders guiding their people with care, and families learning together. He realized that the foundation of this society was not technology alone, but the values of understanding, sharing, and connection. Vara gestured toward a glowing platform nearby. You will practice what you have learned one final time. This platform will show you situations from your world. You must apply the lessons of my world to solve them. This is the ultimate test. Liam stepped onto the platform. Instantly, he was surrounded by visions of Earth. He saw humans struggling to communicate, conflicts over resources, and misunderstandings that caused fear and tension. He realized that these were the very problems he had observed in his studies, but now he could see them with new eyes. He focused, remembering Vara's guidance. Observation first. He studied the patterns of behavior and the root causes of conflict. Then understanding. He felt the emotions and thoughts of the humans in the visions. He saw their fears, their hopes, and their desire to do what was right. Next came cooperation. Liam imagined ways for people to work together, share resources, and communicate honestly. He projected solutions gently, not forcing change but guiding understanding. Slowly, the conflicts in the visions began to resolve. People listened to each other, shared ideas, and acted with care. Vara watched silently. You are using knowledge, empathy, and courage together. This is what humans must learn to thrive. Your actions tonight show that one person can make a difference by inspiring understanding and connection. Liam felt a sense of hope he had never known before. He realized that the lessons of Vara's world were not just for him. They could guide humans toward a better future. Knowledge, when shared and applied with care, could change the world. Now, Liam, Vara said, you must understand the importance of leadership and responsibility. Knowledge is powerful, but it is only valuable when used wisely. You have seen how your choices affect others. Remember this, and carry it back to your world. Liam nodded. He felt the weight of responsibility, but also the strength to act. He understood that being wise was not just about knowing what is right, but about guiding others and inspiring cooperation. He felt ready to take these lessons home. Vara led him to a quiet garden for their final reflection. The soft glowing plants and gentle breeze created a peaceful space. Liam sat on a floating cushion, thinking about everything he had learned. He realized that courage, empathy, sharing, connection, and responsibility were all part of a single path. You have done well, Liam, Vara said. You have grown beyond what most humans could achieve in a lifetime. The bond we formed, the lessons you have learned, and the experiences you have shared will guide you always. Use them wisely. Liam smiled. Thank you, Vara. I will never forget what you have taught me. I will take these lessons to my world and share them. I will help humans understand, connect, and grow. Vara nodded. That is all I ask. One being can start a change that spreads across worlds. Your courage, curiosity, and honesty will inspire others. Remember, knowledge alone is not enough. Action guided by care and understanding is what shapes the future. As the sun set over the cities below, Liam felt a sense of completion. He had entered Vara's world as a traveler seeking adventure, but he was leaving as a learner, a guide, and a being transformed. He had faced challenges, shared experiences, and formed bonds that would stay with him forever. Vara extended her hand, and Liam reached out. The connection they shared flowed gently, a reminder of the lessons, the visions, and the bond they had formed. Liam felt calm, strong, and ready. Goodbye, Liam, Vara said softly. Go with courage and wisdom. The universe is wide, and the path of learning is endless. Remember what you have seen, felt, and shared. Liam nodded. Goodbye, Vara. Thank you for everything. I will carry this with me always. He turned toward his spaceship, ready to return to Earth. As he looked back at Vara and her glowing world, he felt gratitude, hope, and determination. One night had changed his life. One night had given him the courage to act, the wisdom to guide, and the understanding to share. As Liam's spaceship lifted off, the stars shining brightly above, he whispered to himself. I will share what I have learned. I will help others grow. This knowledge is more valuable than gold, and it will guide humanity to a better future. Vara watched the ship disappear into the sky. She knew that Liam's journey had just begun. The lessons he had learned, the bond they had formed, and the wisdom he carried would reach far beyond her world. One night had been enough to transform a human into a being capable of changing his own civilization. Liam felt a deep sense of connection to the universe. He realized that every star, every world, and every being had something to teach. With courage, empathy, knowledge, and understanding, he could face any challenge and inspire others to do the same. The journey ahead was long, but Liam felt ready. He had learned that one night could hold more wisdom than years of study, that one person could inspire change, and that connection and understanding were more valuable than any treasure. As the stars stretched across the sky, Liam's mind was filled with hope, determination, and the lessons of Vara's world. The universe was wide, full of wonders and possibilities, and he was ready to explore it, to learn, and to share what he had learned. One night had been enough to change everything, and Liam knew that the future was waiting for him to make it brighter.